Good evening, everybody. It's James from James Rocks with the still the still broken glasses. I still can't afford to get new ones, so electrical tape, very useful. Um, so it's Wednesday night tonight. It's coming towards the end of July already, 2026. Um, not much of the month left, and I was reminded of something today that I've been wanting to do. I've been trying to do for years, actually, years, even way back before I started my masters, uh, which was I think 2018, 19, before the pandemic. Um, I completed that, and it was all about my research. My masters was all about music for mental health, music for people that are isolated socially. All the things that happened a year or two later during the pandemic, during lockdown. And I don't know about many of you, but because I play guitar as my sort of relief, um, sort of mentally and for my mental and physical health, I suppose. Uh, when I could, bought too many guitars for my own sort of therapy, I suppose, to make things a little bit more bearable mentally. And I think a lot of us did, and probably spent a bit too much. I know I did, and I don't have any of those guitars left because when it all as it dragged on, I wasn't working. I wasn't well enough. Lots of people weren't working anyway because of the pandemic and the businesses closing or basically getting fired or made redundant. So everyone was suffering, weren't they? And we spent money on things and took loans out and stuff like that. So that all happened a year or two, like I say, after my research and my actual masters, my masters, and now I sort of forgot all about that really after the pandemic. But today it suddenly flashed back into my mind that don't forget, James, this is why you have these things. This is why you spend any little money you have left, which isn't often, any little money you have left, like most of us, on these things and tweaking them and trying to make them play better, trying to buy music so that you can learn songs and learn to play better, as we all try to do and strive to do. Whether you're a guitar player, a violin player, piano player, singer, doesn't matter, flute player, doesn't matter. We're all trying to do better, which means you have to practice and you have to work at it, like anything in life. But my problem has always been, and still is, particularly since my masters and the pandemic, so a good 6, 7, maybe 8 years, and most of my life, quite frankly, is that I've not, no, I've never been abundant when it comes to money. Been abundant with many other things, relationships, friends, family, everything else, but not money, despite my best efforts. So I've never been able to afford to get the things I'd like to get or want to get, really. So the things guitars you see on the wall behind me, and I've got two others which you can't quite see in shot at the minute. As I said before on the channel, are all very, very cheap. They're years and years old. I mean, a lot of years old now. Must be, I don't know. One of them's bits from a 26-year-old cheap guitar brand at the time. That's my sort of bits and bobs Strat, which is from a very cheap guitar brand called Encore, here in the UK, which is from the same company that make little trains, model trains and things, or model trains, but for training enthusiasts, John Hornsby Skews. There's a company very famous here in the UK, especially people my age and older who collect trains and things. But they also make the Encore brand of guitars, which are a cheap entry level brand. These are all cheap entry level. The two behind me are from Gear for Music, which is a huge retailer here in the UK, and my third one, which is my SG copy. SGs are probably my favourite guitar. It's a copy. These are copies. That's a copy. Again from Gear for Music. Now I've worked on them for years, tweaking them, setting them up, changing out the nuts, changing bridges, all the sort of stuff. Maybe the odd pickup, not so much with that really. Fixing the electronics was one of them. My Strat copy, my SG copy, came with one of the wires not soldered onto one of the pots, so I couldn't use the volume for one of the pickups. So I sort of guesstimated where it should be and fixed that myself. So you have to do that sort of stuff with cheap guitars. But they bring me a lot of joy because, again, mental health and everything. And ever since I did my masters, or before, as I say, I've wanted to set up a fund, a music fund, because I live in a very poor area, very deprived area, where I've grown up for, well, 3 decades or more, basically, where things haven't got much better for a lot of people. And I believe in the power of these things to help people who are, have no money, are isolated, who need their mental health given a bit of a boost. The opportunity of having a guitar and learning to play it, no matter to what degree, and all of that, or any instrument for that matter, makes, in my opinion, a massive difference. Possibly even, a difference between enjoying life and not, and wanting to stay alive or not. Sometimes that's that. If there's nothing that you enjoy in life, why would some people might think, why should I sort of stick around? Unfortunately, I think a lot of people have been there, and they're probably not far off that point now, because things aren't exactly getting better, are they, for all of us, most of us? So it's very important, and I'm going to try and restart it. So I'm going to try. What I'm going to do is, so I have no money, and I'm on TikTok, and I'm nobody. No one knows who I am. No one. If I'm lucky, I get a couple of hundred views on a video. No one knows who I am. So I think I'm gonna spend the next couple of weeks, a month or so, writing to the big retailers here in the UK and the guitar companies to see if they'd like to donate anything. And if they would, which would be great, I'll see if I can then try and sort of start up my own little local charity or something, I suppose, like an instrument fund thing to give to people who haven't got a lot and haven't got enough and can't afford one themselves. Because I've been there, I'm still there. I've not had a new guitar in years. I can't afford a new guitar, and I can't see how I'm going to be able to afford a new guitar, especially a quality one. Some sort of miracle would have to befall me, because like everyone, I'm spending my money on living, on food, on rent, on all of that. So yeah, that's nearly 10 minutes. That's a long one. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do, and I'll let you know how it goes. See if I get any responses or not. But we can only try, can't we? That's all you can do in life, kids. Try. See you next time.